Hello, everybody. This episode of the Lewis Saban Video Podcast is brought to you, as always, as a huge thank you to Joe Rogan and the Joe Rogan Experience. Without Joe, I would have never thought about doing this. You can listen to him on iTunes. You can see him on YouTube. And you can listen to his comedy on Spotify. We're also brought to you as a huge thank you to Science, the only energy drink I drink. 0 calories, 0 sugar, no crash, no jitters. The great tasting 0 calorie energy drink. Real energy for real people. The unique formula that gives you the hashtag Power2. Today I'll be drinking Frostberry Blast, and as you see, this is just going to be a quick podcast to say hello and to do my spiel. We have a new huge thank you to throw out there, and that is to Sling TV. I am going to be dropping my cable provider, and I was looking for a way to get around that and watch my sports and other television shows that I like to watch that are on like AMC, Comedy Central, things like that I didn't get to watch when I moved into this apartment. So with Sling, it's significantly cheaper, and you can watch all your programming that you were looking for. Sling TV, take back your TV. I am not sponsored by any of these companies. However, I am a huge fan, and I did send an email to Sling and hoping that they will respond. Maybe you'll finally get an actual sponsor for this. But I do have one real sponsor, and that is fucks. And they're not given here, they're not given there, they're not given anywhere. Alright, today we're going to talk about, real quick, some college football, which is what's going on in the background, if you guys can hear that. I've got ABC on. And the game that is playing is FSU, Florida State, and Louisville. And Louisville is beating Florida State at the moment. It's halftime. We're also going to talk about some fights, which is what I was going to do originally. So last weekend was in Cleveland. I was there. I was going to do this after I got back, but I needed like 3 days to recoup because I just needed to sleep for 4 days. Let's crack this baby open. Okay. So, back. So, we are going to quick talk about football. And the first things first, the new rule in the NFL is with targeting. If you are hit in the head and you appear to be concussed, you are to be yanked out of the game and checked out by a neurologist and trainer. And then if they say you're good, you can go back. If they say we're not real sure, you have to go to the locker room and you have to go through concussion protocol. After that, if you're good, you're allowed to go back and you can play no problem. If not, you have to sit out for the whole game, regardless of what quarter it is. Now, here's what's really sad. So, Cam Newton took hits to the head. Both players got fined. Didn't get yanked out of the game. That hit him in the head. Tyrod Taylor last Thursday took a little shot to the head. Not a big shot to the head, but incidental. They thought he might be concussed. They pulled him out of the game. But here's something that's really sad. In the NFL, you hit somebody in the head, you target them, you drop your hand and drive your head, the crown of your helmet, directly into theirs. And you get 15 yards and a fine. That doesn't stop anybody from doing it. In college, you are yanked from the game, you get 15-yard penalty, and if it happens in the second half, you're not allowed to come back the next game until the second half. So it's really fucking sad when you're looking at, the two leagues. You got college and the pros. And college takes care of their players better than the pros. To that, I have one short message that I would like to say. I doubt he'll see this, but to Roger Goodell, shame on you. You deserve to be fired, you stupid fuck. It's just... Here's something I don't understand. I can lower the crown of my helmet. If I'm getting paid $9 million, which isn't that far out there as a player, and I drop my helmet and I slam it headfirst into you, and you're concussed and your career is over. You know, let's say it's the third concussion you've gotten, and you have to be done because you can't really get hit in the head anymore. The most you can find me is like 5K. Well, if I make it 9 million, I mean, I know you don't want to give up any money, but 5K, you go, okay, so you're gonna find me. So, it's just confusing. And then there's other shit that people are getting fined for. I just saw yesterday. Antonio Brown got fined for twerking in the end zone, which I understand the reason they're going to fine him for that. It's because it's suggestive. It's naughty. It doesn't look right. We got to fine you. Fine. I'm not a big fan of it. I think screw him. But, okay, fine. He had blue cleats on. We're going to fine you for that. Who the fuck cares what color cleats he's got on? I didn't give a shit. Everybody watching didn't give a shit. What's the point of fining him? What is the point? I don't know. I just don't. I thought that was weird. Now, see, if they've got, like, some weird message on them and they're, like, you know, possibly obscene to somebody, then I get it. Go ahead, fine him. But they're blue. That's it. Oh, those aren't the necessary colors that your team has, so that's against code. But if he played for Carolina, they'd be blue. And that'd be fine? I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, I'm watching. They got the halftime show on, and they're talking about Notre Dame. Fuck yeah. But that was something I didn't understand, the whole fining him. Somebody else got fined too, but I don't remember what it was for. So moving on to college football. Right now, they're talking about Ohio State. They're going to play Oklahoma today. That should be a really good game. I've got Ohio State winning by 14 at least. At the same time, Notre Dame plays Michigan State for the megaphone. I'm sorry to all my Michigan State friends. Fuck Sparty. Go Irish. There you go. See? That answers my question of what team I'm going to be rooting for. I don't care who the fuck we're playing. I'm always going to root for Notre Dame. Huge Notre Dame fan. Fuck all other teams. Yeah, that should be a fun game. I'm glad the rivalry is going to continue. And then, of course, we play Michigan in 2 years. Yeah, 2 years. We play Michigan again. Thank God. I didn't like that got pulled. So I'm glad it's coming back. Right now, like I said, Louisville and Florida State are playing. Lamar Jackson, quarterback for Louisville. Holy shit. It's the third week. Most quarterbacks have, like, probably 10 touchdowns. And that's, like, a high scoring. This kid's got 17. The game's not over yet. 17 fucking touchdowns. Most of them on the ground. This kid is impressive. Damn. Oh, and this show looks really good. Once again, I'm not trying to plug anything, but there's going to be a show on ABC. It's called The Designated Survivor with Kiefer Sutherland. It's going to come on Wednesday. It looks really good. Also because I really like Kiefer Sutherland. He's a good actor. There's certain people that, you know, it doesn't really matter what they're doing. They're just really good that you got to watch their movies. Kiefer is one of them. Denzel Washington. Pretty much whatever he's in, you got to give it a shot. He's just that good. Tom Hanks, another one. He's just such a good actor that pretty much whatever he's in, you got to give him a shot. Another one that's like that a lot of the time is Will Smith. He's had a couple movies now that have come out that were really weird or not so great. But most of the time, most movies he's in are really good. Kiefer becomes president. That's what the show's about. It looks really good. Which reminds me, David Palmer 2017. Or 16, that's right. It's this year, not next year. Some people will get that, some of you won't. David Palmer 2016. That's who I'll vote for. I would, if that was a real person, I would vote for him. That's the, okay, I'll explain. To those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, I know this is a big veer. I have ADD, get used to it. Is a fictional character off 24. He played the president. His actual name is, the guy who plays him, his name is, oh, I just looked this up the other day. Damn it. I forget his name, but he did an amazing job. And so that's like a joke going on along us 24 fans, which comes back this year. David Palmer for this year. I'd vote for him. If that was a real person and he had those real values that he actually does during the show, fuck yeah. But it's a good show. Clemson's blowing out South Carolina State 45-0 right now. Good for Deshaun Watson. He's 12 for 15. This information's coming to you from me through ABC. Floating across the bottom of the screen. But yeah, very, very excited. Ooh, there's another good game. Tonight, Christian McCaffrey and Stanford play, they're number 7, play the University of Southern California. That should be a pretty good game. I think Christian McCaffrey is going to be the difference maker, and I think that that's going to be a loss to Southern Cal. So moving on to fights. So this past weekend, there's fights in Hidalgo, Texas tonight. Last weekend they were in Cleveland. I went to the fights. They were amazing. The card itself was, there were a few boring fights, but I mean overall, good talent, good fight. Cleveland was a beautiful city. I enjoyed it. The people there were very friendly. Contemplating moving there. It was a really nice place. Even if Braun is their big person. Fuck them. I got Stipe. So the card went like this. Decent fights all the way through. Uriah Faber lost. I thought he was going to break his leg or tear his ACL. He doesn't check leg kicks. It was a very interesting fight. And then, of course, there's the fight that they wouldn't stop yelling about because, oh my God, he's finally on a card. And that was Phil Brooks. Oh, I'm sorry. You guys know him as his dumbass name, CM Punk. And he fought Mickey Gall. Phil got submitted in 48 seconds? 45 seconds? Something like that. He looked like absolute trash, just exactly as I expected him to, and he needs to get cut. He didn't belong here. He should be bye-bye. Fuck him. He seems like a really nice guy. He's a fucking moron, and get the fuck out of our sport. You don't belong here. You didn't deserve it in the first place. Get the fuck out. Especially with how much they paid him, which was ridiculous. Get the fuck out. Mickey did a great job. They move on to the co-main event, which was Travis Hopper Brown against Fabricio Verdum. Fabricio started the fight with a flying head kick. This guy weighs 250 pounds, and he flew through the air and kicked Travis in the face. That's how you start a fight. The fight itself was pretty boring. It was worth watching. The problem is neither fighter tried to do anything that was going to cause them to win or lose. Here's basically what happened. So Travis would punch him in the face, and Fabricio would go to the ground and then just wait. Because if Travis goes to the ground, Fabricio's just going to submit it. If Fabricio takes him down, which he tried several times, again, same thing. Fabricio wins on the ground. So he didn't care. Standing, he had an edge, so really it didn't matter. Travis looked worse than dog shit. He needs to leave around his camp. At the end of the fight, Verdum kicked the worst coach in MMA in the stomach, which was funny. Or at least I thought it was hilarious. Then we moved on to the main event, which was the most... So let me say it this way. They tried to hype CM Punk, who looked like a fucking moron, and didn't deserve to be in the mixed martial arts world to begin with. But, you didn't hear a lot of hype behind the Stipe fight because they'd rather hype up a dumbass. This is my third event. I've been to, or my fourth event, sorry. I've been to Chicago twice and one other pay-per-view card. Both of those were Fox. And, it gets pretty loud. It's usually a pretty loud event. People are excited. I left, and my ears were still ringing. That's how loud it got. It was very loud. Everybody was very happy to see Stipe. And he came out against Alistair and did what he needed to do. And Alistair, I gave all the credit to. He did a great job. Minus the whole Stipe tap bullshit. I don't know what he was smoking before he got there. Must be the horse meat. Must be fucking with his mind. But I was curious as to what Overeem was going to walk out to. Normally that's not that big of a deal, but it's one of those where, this is a huge moment. And he walked out to the Pride theme, so I had to give the guy some credit. And then, of course, Stipe just did what Stipe does. Came out, thumped him a couple times, ended up getting the win. That is how you do it. It was a great fight. Congratulations to Stipe. And still, like I said, I liked it in Cleveland. It was a pretty town. That's pretty much it. Tonight, the main event is Dustin Poirier against Michael Johnson. That should be a really good fight. I will give you guys the updates through the Facebook page. And yeah, that's pretty much it. This is, like I said, just kind of a quick update. I will be back on Wednesday. I'm going to do this Wednesday during the day. And then I'll probably start doing this every Tuesday and Thursday. I'm going to try and do it Tuesdays, Thursdays. Alright? Again, the schedule will be updated eventually to Tuesdays and Thursdays. But I will be doing this next Wednesday. You guys have yourselves a lovely day. Bye.